Hi everyone. Go ahead and get started. The first thing that I wanted to tap into is that you bring the life to the situation. The first part, and the reason why I got this, it says breath of life as the first part, and it says embrace the life-giving breath of air, invigorating your body, mind, and spirit. So you have been balancing yourself out in some way, shape, or form. You have been balancing your spiritual self, your creative processes. You have been doing the things that you needed to do to delve deep in self. We also have as the second card, oceanic depth, and it says plunge into the mysteries of the ocean, exploring the profound wisdom hidden within the depths. So there are multiple and numerous reasons why people stay away from the depths of things that they cannot see. One, because it's the unknown, and two, because it is a place that is not already landmarked, if that makes sense. Because it's already not inhabited and is something that can't be taken over in a way, right? I think that also ties into your soul in some way, shape, or form, because we have breath of life and then we have oceanic depths, right? So with life, you could be a person that can't be tamed. You could be a person 444. You could not be a person that they try to control. You were too blessed. You were too given to the divine. You gave yourself to the divine, or at one point you understood that with etheric alchemy being the third card and celestial symphony, you knew that you had to tap into the divine. You knew that you tapped into yourself, and you knew that the divine was guiding you on the path that you needed to go. So you took an unknown journey on a path that was dark and didn't seem like it could be any type of um shortcut or anything. So you had to follow your own path. You had to follow your own path, and now you're at the end of the light is at the end of the tunnel right now, and you have tunnel vision. And now that you have gotten closer into honing in on your energy, you have now gotten into balancing out the energy of stillness and the energy of movement forward. Or movement, the energy of movement, because movement means if any direction, but we don't move back, we move forward. We also listen, we don't judge, but observe. But on this channel. But it seems like my collective, it has been an energy of you tapping into what it is that not even your journey is calling you for, but like what it is that you feel should be on your path and who should be on your path is what I'm getting. And so let's see what's going on. Oh Lord. And then we got radiant reflections. Yep. You started tapping into your energy and you started reflecting positivity. You started reflecting balance, and you started reflecting the things that it says reflect on the radiant energies within and around you, discovering the beauty in every facet. So you literally tapped into the energy that was around you. This is literally elementalist energy. So you got into an energy of getting the vibrations, the understanding the vibrations that were around you in some way, shape, or form. And you started to, let me see, like, you started to understand more than what people were telling you. Like, you started to understand your intuition, and your intuition started telling you things. And it wasn't like a hurtful or harmful voice. It was like something that taught you and is teaching you how to do what you're supposed to do. And so you started to manifest and breaking bread is the word or the phrase that I'm hearing with the divine, and it says commune The divine council, and it says commune with the coral, absorbing its patient and collaborative energy for the collective growth. You started to grow into um something that, especially with essence of equinox, you started to change. You started to grow into something beyond what it is that you thought that you were going to grow into. It's literally two different shades of colors. We have the red and we have blue. So you literally balance out red and blue. You balance out the scale. And in some way, shape, or form, it says absorb the essence of the equinox, finding balance within between light and darkness. You balance between light and darkness. You are the gray area. You are the middle ground. And people thought that they were going to not people. It literally seems like you let go of people who thought that they were going to take that from you. That's the energy it's giving. It's feeling like you evolved. That's what it feels like to me. With floral frequencies, because now you can tap into the things that are around you. Now you can tap into your aura energy and the things that are around you, especially with radiant reflections. Radiant reflections literally says discovering the beauty in every facet. It says reflect on the radiant energies within and around you, discovering the beauty in every facet. Floral frequencies. It says tune into the floral frequencies, connecting with the healing vibrations of nature's womb. If something is not protecting your healing energy, you're not allowing it to be in your vibration. You're not allowing the things to try and create some sort of stagnancy. And it seems like this person tried to backstab you in some way, shape, or form, but you grew from it. It seems like it was a group of people. Actually, it seems like it was a group of people. And it says feel the vibrancy of vitality, tuning into the energetic pulses that sustain life forces. So you got into the energy of not allowing someone to take from your garden, is what I just heard. You got into the energy of balancing self out because whatever it was happening with less life force, you were building a what's the thing where it's like not just a garden, but a botanical garden. You were growing a botanical garden in some way, shape, or form, and you ended up having a very. I just seen the Ace of Cups, so you had an overflow of things, or at one point you had, or you will have, and it seems like somebody was taking from the things that you were manifesting and growing from with boreal resonance. You started with the connect with the resonant energy of Northern Lights, experience the cosmic harmony. You started to notice certain things that this person was doing with meditation because you started to delve deep into self with oceanic depth. You started to delve deep into self because you didn't allow certain vibrations to be around you, and this person was the only exception at the time, or at this time you're letting this energy go with cleansing rain. It says allow the cleansing rain to wash away stagnant energy, leaving you refreshed and renewed. Yep, with less life force and lunar luminescence. You ended up what ended up occurring was okay, I see what happened. You grew from a situation that was supposed to tarnish you. You grew from a situation that was supposed to be the end all be all for you, and you grew from it because you're one of God's strongest soldiers. You're one of God's strongest people. And so to be on the front line for him to do his work with lunar luminescence. Because you grew from something. You grow from see, people don't know that with the elementalist energy, you eat shit up, literally. And if somebody throws you negative energy, you eat that up because you grew from that energy, and for you to change into where you are God sent and you have so much anointing because God already picked you to be and to walk in his faith and in his path. It literally says bask in the lunar luminescence, absorbing the intuitive and reflective energies of the moon. You got into your intuition and God started guiding you. God started guiding you. And you couldn't let what God was, and I just was listening to, was it yesterday? It was yesterday night. I started listening to I'm Still Here by Dorinda Clark Cole. And it literally seems like that has a significant message because the specific part I'm hearing is with etheric echoes is it it wasn't this verbatim. But if you think that God invested all of this into you and think that you have done all of this in vain, this is a problem to me. Because what makes you think that God is still guiding you? God is still protecting you. And is he doing all of these things for you? That you're not protected? No. You're protected. You just have people in your ear. You have people in your ear that was telling you things, was listening to the etheric echoes of the unseen, tuning into the vibrations that surrounded you. You have people in your ear telling you certain things with the sacred flames while you were sitting here honing in, telling them about the things that you wanted to manifest, telling them about your goals. And those people that you were telling were the same people that wanted to be on your downfall with the cinder convergence. Somebody wanted you to have what they had and they had what you had. It says find the convergence in the cinders where endings give rise to new beginnings. But what ended up occurring was with the forest harmony, you started balancing out with God, balancing out with the things that God was giving you in some way, shape, or form with the elemental balance because you started balancing out your elemental energy. You started balancing out your hot and your cold. You started balancing out the good and the evil. You started balancing out the right and the wrong. And you literally understood when things were changing. And it wasn't just you, it was what was around you. It says seek equilibrium by harmonizing the energies of earth, air, fire, and water within your being. And I didn't even notice this. It's like you have now manifested your soul tribe because look, it's two people on the opposite sides of this one girl. Look, so you have balanced out the masculine, not only the masculine and the feminine. You have now begun to manifest your elementalist energy and also your soul tribe. What's going on for the divine collective? What's going on for the divine collective? With the Aurora awakening, people have evolved and people have elevated. Hey Herman, how you doing with the roots of strength? Because you had to hone in, and this is the same thing that I had to do. So I'm gonna take this energy as well. But the energy that I got is literally as if you had. It says tap into the deep roots of the earth, finding strength and stability in the foundation beneath you. It says with the inferior echoes that you dipped your. I heard you dipped your foot into the cosmic pond. You dipped your foot into the unknown. You dipped your foot into the water. And what ended up happening was you found another world within you to a point of where you felt like the reality was around you was seemed surreal because you didn't understand the things that were happening because you realized that you woke up into a you woke up from the NPC energy and you woke up into a place that seemed unreal with the ethereal emanations. It says radiate the ethereal emanations, embodying divine essence that flows through all things. You started to see the things that were, you started, once you started to see the things that was wrong with the world, you also balanced yourself out and started to believe in the things that were right with the world, and to have some sort of, hey, hey everybody. Um, you started to, yeah, with frosty stillness. You started to understand the good and the bad. Like I said, the evil and the good, and the the hot and the cold of self and also of others. And because you got in tune with yourself first, you ended up being able to easier decipher what people were trying to intentionally do to you and to have around you. Hello, how are you, my love? Oh, Lord. So let's see. And it says geological wisdom because you started tapping into the energies that were around you. It wasn't just with now you're vibrant with vibrant vortex and Corey of quintessence. You ended up not lying down the law or laying down the law because people were I heard sleeping on you is what I just heard with the celestial symphony. And now people are waking up, and that's what I also heard. Now people are waking up to the fact that you are the one. Now people are waking up to the fact that you are also the one that got away. Now people are waking up to the fact that you are the one that God chose to take this journey, and nobody else can take it because people were trying to dig into your history. People were trying to see where geologically you were from. People were trying to see what it is that you were going to and what it is that you were doing. And now that people see that you can't be tapped or tamed, you can't be tampered with, you can't be deterred, and they just have to watch and bask and see what you do. And that's all that they can do because they can't touch God's anointed with etheric alignment. You ended up you ended up aligning yourself to the path and scoping out the scene and started taking that journey. And now that with the flowing waters, you have all of the things coming in. People, that's why the title of the thumbnail is like that. Because now that people see that you're leveling up my chest chakra, now that people see that you're leveling up, now that people see that you're doing better, and the words of Drake, now it's kind of now they want you up, and now it's up now, or whatever Drake said. Because I heard Nicki too. I don't even know what's going on with the flame of purification because you had to, yeah, you started to balance out like yourself, and things started to make you feel like something was off. And what we do here, we don't play with confusion. So you had to decipher what was real and what was fake, and you started peeping stuff. You started peeping the energy, and it literally seems like to me with the echoes of elements, you ended up with it says go listen to the echoes of the elements, hearing the ancient tales they whisper through nature with the breeze of change. You ended up delving deep into the things that you hear, the things that you have heard, the things that you know, the stories that have been told. And I think, especially with geological wisdom, you started to listen to the stories around you and listening to the past ancestor stories and delving deep into the energy of your history. And it was only because they started to try and take and tap into your energy so that they can make and take your energy and try and get somebody else to tap into your energy so that they can play your story and they can't. With the oceanic omens, they were doing magical spells trying to decode your omens, trying to decode your DNA, and it says recognizing the messages and the guidance that the waves bring. They were trying to take your essence. They were trying to take your I heard quintessence. So extracting the essence that fuels your spiritual journey. Somebody was trying to extract the essence of self. They were trying to take your light body. And I think with the sacred spark, they were trying to take your light body. They were trying to take what it is that you were learning, take what it is that you were doing with avalanche release and crystal clear intentions. Come on, somebody. Put in the comments if you have been through a situation like this, where somebody literally tried to take what it is. They tried to copy your style, copy your flow, and then try to put you on the back burner. And then it was after at a time they were your friend, or after at a time when they were cool with you, or after at a time that they wanted to be nasty towards you, and then they get cool with you, and then they try and be you. They knew what they were trying to do the whole time. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you, my love. Hi, everybody in the chat. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and or subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post. If you're not new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and do so. All that lets me know is that, and the algorithm know that you want more of me on your FYP. And what's wrong with getting a little? I'm gonna give you the deets, honey. I'm gonna give you the tea. What it is going on with the quantum quake. Yep. It says experience a quantum quake, shaking loose old patterns and initiating profound shifts. You let go of old people because they were still keeping stale old patterns. And you initiated a profound shift in your life because you realized that the energy that you were in was not supposed to be around you. Or so you had winds of change. With the winds of change. You ended up literally, it says, embrace the ever shifting energies of the air, inviting change and a fresh perspective into your life. And what you did was you started to decipher the different harmonious notes and the different harmonious smells and the things that you tuned in that you liked and tuned in that you didn't like. And you really, it was like re experiencing yourself all over again, because maybe you could have just gotten out of a relationship. This could have been a relationship where you had to regroup and re-find yourself with the chronicles of change. With the chronicles of change, you ended up seeing what it is with the chronicles of change: aurora ablaze and astral gauges. Aegis. Let's see what's going on. With the sacred spark, this is the in-game card, literally. Somebody tried to take your light body. Somebody tried to take your light body and hone in onto your intuitive energy. Somebody tried to take your intuitive energy with thunder's revelation, but now everybody knows that you can't take what God placed inside of somebody. God instilled this faith into you. That's not something that God would allow somebody to take away. With the moonlit meadows. Now they're wandering through the moonlit meadows where the gentle touch of the moonbeams offers serenity, because they don't want to come back to the real world. They don't want to come back to the ethers or the real world, because honestly it seems like they about to have their ass handed to them. Confirmation, excuse me. Now they trying to have a low profile, keep a low profile with frosty stillness. They're trying to keep a low profile so that they can get and leech off of you anymore. But it seems like God specifically marked them, because it seems like they tried to take your energy and then steal your destiny. And it seems like what it is that happened was, because God specifically knows God's chosen one's signatures, that when they tried to destiny swap with you, that didn't work out for God. That didn't work for God prophecy in his in the destiny of life, and it did ended up working out for the person who tried to take it from you, because what ended up occurring was this person started to have different aches, different pains, different heartaches, different deaths in the family, different things. This could be many things: different job losses, loss in finances, loss in career. And what ended up occurring was they started to realize what it is that they were doing, and what it is that was happening. And they realized, and they started to think. They didn't realize at first. They started to think, well, what it is that's going on in my life that make me feel like this, and why I'm going through this. And with Astral Aegis and Forest Harmony, because they wanted to get back into the energy Right. They wanted to get back into the energy of purity. So they tried to do a spiritual bath in some way, shape, or form to get back into this harmonious energy and still was trying to astral travel to come against you, and they still couldn't realize why their life was stuck and stagnant, them damn buffoons. Because they didn't realize everybody else around them, except them, realized that whatever they were going through with glowing Gaia was to help them from being in the energy that they're currently in. And now they're stuck in the energy that they're in, and now they're thinking back, being bold, reminiscing about what the fuck y'all could have had in current times. With the celestial currents. Now they having different emotions, different mood swings because they don't want to forget you, but they also don't want to remember you. Like they don't want you to forget them either, but they don't want to remember you. With the mystic monsoons, with the embrace the mystic monsoons, where emotional rains bring forth healing and renewal. This person didn't embrace it. They didn't embrace it, and you embraced it with the earth bliss, earthbound bliss. You embraced it, and this person, maybe they're embracing it now at first, but like you said, it's too late. It's too late for that energy. I have elevated further past where you're even thinking that you're at right now. So you can't, we can't be in the you. I could work with you as an acquaintance. We can't even be friends. We can't even be colleagues, babe. I don't want to work with you on a group project, ho. With the fourth harmony, because I done got my baby back. I'm so motherfucking confident. I might wear baby fat. That's the energy is given though. You have gotten your power back. Literally with the Chronicles of Change because you ended up not settling for this person to keep hurting you. With the Quicksilver adaptability, you literally change fast or change faster than you expected. And then with the vibrant vortex, you ended up with the spin within the vibrant vortex where energies converge, creating a whirlpool, a whirlwind of positive change. It says adapt with the fluidity of Quicksilver, navigating change effortlessly and with grace. You literally have been through so much, and you have done everything with your all in every scenario and every situation. And I just was talking to somebody about this, and it literally seems to me as if with Earthbound Bliss, you ended up, it says, feel and find bliss in your connection to the earth, revealing in the simple joys, re- roving in the simple joys of grounded existence. You started to balance yourself out because you didn't allow people to just be around you and take from you because all they were doing was honing in on your energy and manifesting from it. Literally, with tap into the plasma potential within, they started tapping into your energy within because they felt like you weren't tapping into your energy within. And it says unlocking the transformative power of your inner fire. But once you started to tap into your energy more, because all they did was, if you didn't know, all they did was make you tap into that energy, and now you're vibrant, and now you have tapped into that vortex that is honing in on what it is that you are supposed to be going towards with kinnic connection. It says forge a deep connection like a canyon, carving pathways for understanding and growth. What did I just say? My goodness. You ended up finding growth within yourself, and you started to go to God about everything that you needed and what you wanted, and it started to manifest. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it says embers of transformation, and it was because you allowed yourself to do different transformations after going through this shadow period and coming out of it because it came out in reverse with the celestial currents, and you started to make your own wave and started to make like I heard balancing beam. You know how like they do with gymnastics where you have to jump up and you have to swing on it sometimes and you have to like have certain balance and certain things with iridescent illumination. You started to, and I just seen also the Moana boat when Moana was on the boat and she was singing that song and with the fish and the chicken I think it was. It literally says, "Ride the celestial currents, guided by the cosmic energies that shape your destiny with whirlpool wisdom." You started to tap into the energy that was around you. It says, "Bask in the iridescent illumination, allow your inner light to shine through in vibrant hues. You let your own guidance within self, and that was within, and that you heard the voice from God to let you go to where you needed to go. It wasn't just you allowing people to be in your ear because man will lead you astray, but God won't. That intuition of yours, that inner voice of yours that you hear is not always a gut feeling of fear. Sometimes it's a feeling of knowing that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, that you're stepping beyond that threshold of something new. I don't, boo. With the Chronicles of Change and the Blaze up with Aurora. Hold on, because I feel like I want to be up here for longer, but I don't think I am because my nose is really messing up. Like I've been trying to drink water, but it's literally I think it's just the weather. And my nose is usually this dry, and I can breathe through it. I think on this side, but this side I can't. So it's high pollen's out. If you feel me, you feel me. But let's see what's going on with the glowing Gaia. You started, yeah. It's seasons are changing. It's getting hotter. You're glowing. Earth is growing. The conscious is awakening. People aren't playing anymore. It's a lot of change that's happening with the Zenfern of Zen. It literally says, experience the gentle difference of tranquility, inviting peaceful and meditative energies. And that's what you have been doing. It says celestial symphony. Now you have some sort of balance because you are not allowing, with listening to the celestial symphonies, where each element plays a harmonious part in the cosmic orchestra. Didn't I just say when I first started off? Wow. That didn't I just say when I first started off that you're hearing the different notes. I didn't know what that meant at first. That's why I ain't really too much delve deep into what that meant. But I got an inkling feeling that you started hearing the notes of the winds and the winds of change. That's why I just looked at that card. You started to delve deep beyond. That was the last part of that spread. You started to get into the energy of what was around you with whirlpool wisdom. You started to delve deep and hone in not on just the things that you heard, meaning like the cars or the alarms or the fire trucks or whatever is around your household. You literally started to get into the energy of passing through the different cosmic energies and the different cosmic frequencies. And that's how floral frequencies came out. That's how floral frequencies is out here. That's how floral frequencies is out here. You ended up tapping into the energy of things that was beyond you, and you couldn't explain it. And that's why you always felt strange. That's why you always felt weird. But it was because you were tapping into the energy of what others thought about you. You were tapping into the energy of what others made you feel like, and you didn't feel like that. It was just you weren't honing in onto your energy. You were honing in to self. And once you started doing that, you started igniting a different type of vibration. And it says, invoke the sacred flames of transformation, purifying and renewing your spirit. So you balance out with crystalline clarity, you balance out what it is that you were supposed to do. And that was to tap into your sacred self and go on this journey with the dear Heavenly Father. And it says, attain a state of crystalline clarity, seeing through illusions and gaining insight into truth. Literally, it's crazy. But things have changed. Things have changed. Let's see. I don't know. I just don't feel. That's why I haven't really been on live because I've been kind of busy, but kind of not. And like I've been trying to get on live, but something things just have been changing and stuff has been messing up. And every time I get on live, some stupid shit happens. So I hope you guys are okay. I think I'm about to get off here. I might get up here a little bit later, but it literally I might come back and do a part two to this. I might just leave this out and just do a part two to this because it literally seems to me that you have unlocking the true meaning of being tapped into self, and you're not allowing anyone to take you out of that energy. Oh, yeah. And the songs that I got for y'all was Summer Walker Spend It. If y'all know the song, y'all know the song. But I'm pretty sure most people don't know this song with Candy Burris cheating on me. I don't know exactly word for word how it go, but cigarettes in the trash. He doesn't even smoke. And a burner and a tree. And on a feel cold. Diamonds still cold. Hell no. There's another chick in my home. I don't remember how the lyrics go, but y'all can go check that out. It's by Candy Burris. I don't remember it. Cheating on me. I don't remember the lyrics. I never remember the lyrics to any damn thing. Excuse me, Lord. But yeah, I'm about to get off here. My nose is really pissing me off, and I can't see nothing other than that, and it's really distracting me. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have to go. Bye.